Today, it is my privilege to share Central Malawi Conference Treasury Report in the previous session. I was not worthy to fill this role, and I will indeed work any role that God is willing to send me henceforth for His glory. I would like in a special way thank all the local church pastors, treasurers, assistant treasurers, elders, stewardship directors, deacons and deaconesses who sacrificed their time each week to collect tithe and offerings and manage the finances and physical facilities of the local churches. Furthermore, I am so grateful for the support that I got from Malawi Union officers, my fellow officers, CMC Treasury team as a whole. May the good Lord help as we all continue working in His vineyard. Believing we are in the final moments of the Earth's history, I urge attendees to go head first into the mission. My brothers and sisters, we are in the final moments, but I have good news for you today. This will be our finest hour. The times in which we are living are so challenging as individually and corporately as a church. We are confident in our great God. His perfect love casts out all fear, so we do not fear what is to come. We will remain faithful, we will remain hopeful, we will remain watchful for His soon return. Our hope is not diminished. We are nearer than we were the last time we met in the 2019 session. While there is a great increase in 2019 to 2021, the anticipated growth rate of 20% per year was not achieved. The average growth rate was only 16% per year. The economic trends as well as COVID-19 pandemic are the major challenges that we thank God He has been faithful in helping Central Malawi Conference meet its obligations. Table below presents how God has led His church financially for the past years.
Total current assets December 2019 434,787,390 kwacha. December 2020 501,791,569 kwacha. December 2021 603,063,904 kwacha. July 2022 714,736,776 kwacha. Total assets December 2019 779,009,914 kwacha. December 2020 852,969,751 kwacha. December 2021 990,427,582 kwacha. July 2022 1,183,297,804 kwacha. Accounts payable December 2019 269,404,250 kwacha. December 2020 90,549,028 kwacha. December 2021 28,779,370 kwacha. July 2022, 16,917,301 kwacha. Tithe from lower organization, December 2019, 1,858,657,105 kwacha. December 2020, 2,041,903,096 kwacha. December 2021, 2,389,010,391 kwacha. July 2022, 1,592,367,140 kwacha. Direct tithe, December 2019, 1,836,972 kwacha. December 2020, 395,393 kwacha. December 2021, 1,620,739 kwacha. Gross tithe, December 2019, 1,860,494,077 kwacha. December 2020, 2,042,298,490 kwacha. December 2021, 2,390,631,130 kwacha. July 2022, 1,592,367,140 kwacha. Total tithe percentages, December 2019, 521,016,703 kwacha. December 2020, 571,847,532. December 2021, 669,376,716. July 2022, 437,709,133. Net tithe income, December 2019, 1,339,477,375 kwacha. Net tithe income, December 2020, 1,470,450,958 kwacha. December 2021, 1,721,254,414 kwacha. July 2022, 1,154,658,007 kwacha. Total expenses, December 2019, 1,405,094,566 kwacha. December 2020, 1,321,230,750 kwacha. December 2021, 1,504,061,174 kwacha. July 2022, 961,493,469 kwacha. Net profit, December 2019, 52,086,382 kwacha. December 2020, 265,284,912 kwacha. December 2021, 359,649,637 kwacha. July 2022, 299,313,396 kwacha. Actual working capital 2019, 165,383,140. 2020, 411,242,541. 2021, 569,968,514. July 2022, 697,819,475. Recommended working capital 2019, 278,605,329. 2020, 369,918,536. 2021, 462,736,342. July 2022, 524,411,243. Deficit of actual over recommended 2019, 113,222,188. 2020, 41,324,005. 2021, 107,232,172. July 2022, 173,408,232. Percentage of actual recommended working capital 2019, 94%. 2020, 129%. 2021, 169%. July 2022, 143%. Current ratio 2019, 2.10, 2020, 5.50, 2021, 18.10, 2022 July, 23.24. Total cash and investments 2019, 298,079,442. 2020, 399,433,834. 2021, 524,738,277. July 2022, 620,129. Current liabilities 2019, 269,404,250. 2020, 90,549,028. 2021, 33,095,390. July 2022, 16,917,301. Net liquid assets 2019, 12,262,849. 2020, 228,255,732. 2021, 358,650,675. July 2022, 448,206,985. Percentage liquid assets to commitments 2019, 120%. 2020, 253%. 2021, 316%. July 2022, 361%. Working capital 2019, 94%. 2020, 129%. 2021, 169%. 2022, 143%. Liquidity 2019, 120%. 2020, 253%. 2021, 316%. 2022, 361%. Self-reliance 2019, 100%. 2020, 120%. 2021, 135%. 2022, 138%. Salaries and allowances 2019, 58%. 2020, 52%. 2021, 48%. 2022, 42%. Audit Opinion 2019 Standard Report. 2020 Standard Report.
Working capital. This is the capital of a business which is used in its day-to-day trading operations of the entity, and it's calculated as the current assets minus the current liabilities. In the above table, there was a deficit working capital of 113,222,186 kwacha in 2019, and excess working capital of 41,324,005 kwacha, 107,232,172 kwacha, and excess of 173,408,232 kwacha. That's from 2020 to July 2022. That's when we experienced a surplus. Liquidity. This means how quickly you can get your hands on your cash, or it means is to get your money quickly whenever you need it. Our SID working policy S2415 recommends that the institutions should be above 100% for it to be liquid. Central Malawi Conference was above 300% as of July 2022. I'm pleased to report that CMC is more liquid to cover its short-term liabilities. Current ratio. The current ratio is a liquidity ratio that measures a company's ability to pay its short-term obligations or those due within 1 year. This tells management how it can maximize the current assets on its balance sheet to satisfy its current debts and other payables. In the financial statements above, the current ratio were 2:1, 5:5, 18:1, and 23:2 respectively. This means that the conference has much of its current assets to cover its liabilities. COVID pandemic and its impact. In the account of 7 years of plenty, followed by 7 years of famine in Egypt, we see how the Lord provided for his children in difficult times. With the recession and economic turmoil of the last 3 years, it was not possible to operate normal, but our God has seen us through. COVID-19's impact can be felt in every aspect of the church. The pandemic has closed churches, buildings, people being retrenched, as a result no income to return to God, slowed mission and caused immeasurable loss, including our own members. I believe this is the time for the church members at every level to answer the call, I will go. My appeal today is for every member to embrace the objective of aligning church resources to making the great impact to achieve God's mission. This strenuous session has been one of the economic challenges due to the COVID pandemic since October 2019. As we look back at the increase in tithe and offerings during this difficult period, we can only say, praise the Lord for his faithfulness of his people and his bountiful blessings. Projects and achievements. We paid off the liabilities amounting to 359,888,753 kwacha. You will recall that this was the report that we received in 2019 session, that the conference was owing such a huge money. The figure was as a result of the NICO pension and non-remittance of trust funds to the union. I'm pleased to report to this session that CMC is no longer owing. This has been so by God's grace. As you are aware that this is the same period that we were hit by COVID pandemic. Bought a Toyota Coaster amounting to 18,708,080 from Japan for easy mobility. 3. Assisting limping churches to the tune of 62,204,538 kwacha from 2020 to July 2022. 4. Constructed pastors' houses, Kandeu, Saiwa, Pirilongwe. Now Ntakataka, Likuni and Inchinji are still in progress. 5. Vigorous promotions. Tough measures have been taken to curb expenditure and various promotions to churches in order to increase funds coming to the storehouse. We have taught local treasurers and pastors how to check their tithe in the SMS and how they cooperate with members to have confidence in their respective churches. 6. Training of local church internal auditors. This will make sure that tithe and non-tithe are used or sent to the storehouse for its intended purposes in line with SID working policy. 7. Giving house loans to those who are about to retire. 8. Improved pastors' workers' welfare by giving them remuneration that they deserve. 9. Clean audit reports. Challenges. Few offerings yearly than tithe. If you go back to the financial statements above, you will see that the gap between tithe and offerings is just too much. I have brought this issue because the conference receives so many requests from local churches to support the roofing of churches. Remember, tithe money is not meant for construction. 2. Lack of enough pastors' houses. The conference has started building the houses to mitigate this challenge. 3. Conference schools, that is Mbwatalika and Lakeview schools, rely heavily on CMC. Let me explain challenge number 1 above. Although it has been said by one of the stewardship gurus as to why some of the people do not retain tithe is that they don't understand it. It is the same with offerings. In many churches, the number of people who retain tithe is more than those who give offerings. The question, why do we give offerings? We give offerings as a means of drawing near to our God. Read John chapter 1, verse 29. We can conclude that hesitation that Jesus offered himself for our sins, that alone brought us close to God. In the same vein, giving offerings represent Jesus, that is, draws us near to God. 2. To show our love to God. That's John chapter 3, verse 16. Jesus is the tangible evidence of God's love for us. In like manner, our love for God finds expression in what we give him. The offerings we give tells a story of our love for God, the same way Jesus sacrificed his son for love. Offerings are a proof that we truly love God. The other point, to show our gratitude to God. This shows how grateful we are to him for what He has done for us. God's love for us should not be taken for granted. Hence, we must take time to thank Him. From the above points, it appears many baptized members do not take offerings seriously. Some concentrate only in returning tithe, forgetting offerings are their responsibility too. Besides, the offerings that is given to God on Sabbath do not marry with what God has blessed His people. This is manifested in the graph of gross tithe versus gross offerings. This is the time that all corners of central region of the church should teach its members about this gap. The same energy our ministers apply in tithe return should be used when emphasizing on offerings. Church members out there should know that tithe and offerings are equally the same, hence a need for similar attention. Future plans: building more pastors' houses, as most of them are still in rented houses. 2. Building CMC 5-story building. This will be in phases, as we are not allowed by policy to use the tithe money for construction. Instead, we will use non-tithe and request tithe exchange to the General Conference through Malawi Union Conference. In conclusion, in these uncertain times and with a great time remaining, we must learn to depend fully on the Lord. Too often, we forget that this is His work. Let us remember we are laborers together with God. Ellen G. White. This is God's money to be used for the mission He has entrusted to us. Let me thank all the delegates here present and members out there for making this conference a success. Thank you so much.